Get some thoughts from fellow Texas Republican Pat Fallon, kind enough to join us. Congressman, what do you make of what your colleague is saying, that it's going to take more than a show of support? It's going to take sort of wresting this from an administration that he claims isn't doing anything.
Well, Chip Roy is right in the sense that this administration is doing absolutely nothing. And, they're trying to punish Texas, Neil, for their refusal to enforce current immigration law. So what I'd love for those governors to do is send us more razor wire, send us troops. That'd be great, your National Guard, but also send Republican senators to Washington. If you don't already have to, let's get to, because we have to buttress this administration. It's absolutely insane. This is not even a crisis anymore, Neil. This is a cataclysm.
All right. There are a lot of lawsuits flying back and forth, as you know, Congressman, and that isn't solving the problem as much as just continuing to litigate it. So where do you see the lawsuit part of it going?
That's going to be very interesting. I mean, I'm fascinated to see what comes of all this. It's very clear that you're breaking state law now because the Texas legislature passed SB 4, which makes it a state crime to come into the country illegally. But that's already a federal crime as well. So when you get to Cringe, or whatever her name is, the lying mouthpiece that works for Biden, saying that they're not, it's the law, it's the law, it's the law. Why doesn't she open a book and read the law? Because they are not enforcing it. And Neil, the last two presidential administrations at this point in their tenure, 3 years deep, had just about 1.6 million illegal border encounters. This administration had 8.5 million. So clearly something has changed, and it's Alejandro Mayorkas and Joe Biden at the helm. That's the root cause of this crisis. All
right. Well, I mean, you obviously are passionate how you feel. I don't think it's necessarily true that the White House press spokesman is a lying mouthpiece. Having said that, though, I can understand your frustration. I am curious what happens on this border deal that apparently you guys are quite close on here. And there's talk that Donald Trump has advocated not endorsing it, not doing anything about it. Now, I don't know how true that is, but how do you feel about that? That he feels it would lock you into an unpopular measure and something that could actually hurt Republicans in the fall. What do you think?
Well, what's interesting, Neil, is Joe Biden has the executive authority to solve this crisis right now, cataclysm, whatever. He can reinstitute the Wait in Mexico policy, which President Trump so brilliantly did. In fact, I was at the border a couple of weeks ago, and we asked all of the Border Patrol agents, what's the one thing, if you could only do one thing, what would it be to really help alleviate and mitigate this flood, really, of illegal migrants? And they said, wait, Mexico. That will reduce it by 70%. Joe Biden can do that right now without any congressional authority. He
in other words, Congressman, to reenact an executive order, re-sign executive order to undo his executive order to undo what Donald Trump was doing. So you're right. He does have that power right now. Would that solve the problem right there? Or is it now much more involved in this package that they're negotiating? Has some of the issues that you want to address on the border. Specifically, there are some other issues to address about asylum cases that even President Trump had acknowledged when he was trying to deal with this. It's out of control and Congress must solve. What do you make of that?
No, absolutely. You have to redefine credible fear. I mean, there's asylum claims from folks in Venezuela that cross 8, 9 different countries just to get here. They're economic migrants. They're not political asylum seekers. We know that. The NGOs are really American taxpayer money goes to the NGOs. The NGOs tell these folks what to say. And so we have to rein this in. And you do that by expedited removal. You do it by Wait in Mexico. You do it by redefining credible fear. And you do it by building walls, barriers. I don't care what Joe Biden calls it, but we need to secure the border. And we have no higher calling than to protect American citizens. That's literally our constitutional duty. And we're not doing that right now when 169 people that were on the terror watch list were apprehended at the southern border. The last year President Trump was in office, that number was 3. It went from 3 to 169. And I could rattle off figures and take up your whole hour. But the point is, we've got to get this under control because Joe Biden has been sticking his head in collective woke sand for too damn long.
We'll watch it very closely. Congressman Pat Fallon, good seeing you again. Thank you, sir.
Thanks, Neil. God bless.
Hey, everyone. I'm Emily Campagno. Catch me and my co-hosts Harris Faulkner and Kaylee McEnany on Outnumbered every weekday at 12 p.m. Eastern, or set your DVR. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page for daily highlights.